Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Shano over here, and we're talking about the Rampage, the new truck coming out. Well, it's been out. It's out in Brazil. I think it's the Fiat Toro, I want to say, but hopefully I'm right about that. So it's based off the Fiat. So they kind of reskinned it, put some American names on it, and now it's their new compact truck. We can sit here and debate on whether, I'm not buying it because it's not American, blah, 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 blah. So we'll just skip all that crap. It's a good looking truck, though. As far as compact, I think it's good looking inside and out. Its power plants and stuff, as far as its reliability, that's obviously a question. And if I was to say its biggest competitor, obviously, is it's the Maverick. Which one would be more reliable? That's a big... just make sure you got a warranty if you buy the Rampage. Speaking of Mavericks, yes, the Maverick is obviously a straight competitor. Now, the Maverick looks more like a compact truck. The Rampage looks bigger. It looks like a truck that's between... It's more like almost like the Honda Ridgeline. That size. I think the Maverick's a little bit smaller because it's based off the Escape. They're saying the Rampage is a compact, so but it doesn't look, it's more like between a compact and like a midsize. But if people are shopping for a more compact truck, I think a lot of people are going to move over to this particular truck, and just because I just think it looks better. I think Ford, the Maverick's cool and all, but they need to get rid of that Trailblazer looking front end and change that up a bit. Now, I know they were doing a C-clamp thing and this and this and that, but it just looks too much like an older Trailblazer. So they need to just get away from that department a little bit. Change it up. Get the headlights more styled in, or do something. But I think if I was looking at both, I'd probably go look at the Rampage. It just looks better. I kind of know it's got the Fiat engine and all this other stuff in it. But again, you're shopping for a truck. You got to warn, you want a nice truck, compact, yada yada yada, and it just looks good. And when you go to the Maverick, the interior's... I understand trying to go for a rugged, cool, design or whatever, which is on par with the Broncos and stuff like that. And it's okay. But when you go look at the Rampage, it just has more of a upscaled looking, more pleasant interior, in my opinion. Price point, I think the Rampage is going to be higher, though. I think it's going to be a little bit more pricey than the Maverick, and I think it's more like a Ridgeline type vehicle. It's going to be a little bit bigger, but not as big as a mid-sized truck, like a Ford Ranger or whatever. I think it's going to fit in that department, and that's where we're going to see when the truck comes out, as far as how it compares to the Maverick. We're going to get those comparisons in size and towing and stuff like that. But I think overall, you have Ram has a winner. I know they're using another vehicle to do it, but it's cost cutting, or saves money. Why build a whole nother vehicle when you can just reface it, rebadge it, and make it look better than the Fiat version. The Fiat version was it's just sad, though. I will say this. I got to put it in. It's just sad that the one thing I can say is at least Ford, in the most sense, keeps to its roots, is that Ford builds Fords. And they don't really they don't take other brands and reskin them and stuff like that. Well, at least they used to, but now they don't. They haven't done that since 2012. And Dodge has, been with Stellantis now, and it's just everything is going that way. And I think is the sucky part. So if you are a American DNA guy, you're just I am buying American, yada yada yada, that piece might hit you when you realize it's just a reskin Fiat. But if you can bypass that, I still think it's a nice looking, a nice looking truck. I don't know why they have RT on it. I guess they really want to make it, show that it's a Rampage or whatever. But I don't know. We're gonna see, guys. I mean, the tests between the Tesla 2 and all that stuff like that. But I really want to hear what you guys want to think in the comments down below, as far as what do you think about this truck. And maybe you're shopping for a compact or whatever. What do you think about the Maverick? I personally, if you ask me, I would personally look at, which is really weird, I'd probably look at a mid-size truck. I just think it's just better all the way around, the capabilities and stuff like that. That's me personally, because you might just get into a situation where you just need that extra that extra oomph, or that extra load, and then you might trade it in and say, I really just need something with a little bit more capability. So that's kind of where I fall in. Why buy a compact just because of the price? In a lot of ways, I would rather just go get a used, like a Ford Ranger or something like that. I do like the older ones. The newer ones are nice that are coming out. The inside still needs to be updated, and they still carry those, they're putting those vertical screens in. I'm not a huge fan of, but and GM and Chevy do have a really nice mid-sized truck. I think they win in that. As far as the interior department, they do win in that department. Maybe not the engineering department as far as the way the motor is set up. The power's there, the looks are there, but the engineering, as far as certain things, I'm not going to really get into timing belt. Well, I'm not a fan of, but overall, I think GM / Chevy, they do have a nice mid-size. Now, will they come out with a compact? I don't know. If it's hot, they might do it. Maybe a new S10. Who knows? S10 was a very popular truck, so they might do that. We'll see what happens. But I think I want to say that the Rampage does have like a decent interior in it, but it's still also very basic. Just, they throw a lot of gloss black at it and shiny this and shiny that, but it does help, though. It helps having a darker interior that shows a little bit more bling. And that's what I think is missing in the Maverick department. I don't like bright interiors. I don't mind two-tone, but like the base color of an interior, in my opinion, should always be dark. Not, some light, color or whatever. There should be, if you want to add color to it, that's fine, but the basis of certain parts of the interior, there should always have like a black tone to it. That's just my opinion, though. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you think about the God, man, there's so many R's. RT, Raptor, Ranger, Rebel, Rampage. It's just like blah. More R's than ever. Maybe those come out of the vehicle like the R, put a pirate badge on it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this compact truck from I want to say Dodge, but they took the name off and it's Ram's its own business, so it gets a little irritating. It's a Dodge. Oh wait, Ram. Never mind. But overall, I mean, personally, I think it's a good looking vehicle. It probably will do well in the United States. That's if you can bypass certain things. So leave the comments down below. What are you guys shopping for? What are you guys doing? What do you think? And what do you think about the prices, the power? Just anything you guys want to say, just put it down. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Is there anything else left I want to say? No, that's gonna be it. Later.